Good morning, people. This is Sam, South Carolina. Happy to be again. Leg feeling good. I'm feeling good. Beautiful day. We're going to check this one. This is number 204 at the nursery. It's a triple deep, I think. Just a second. It's a double deep double deep nook with a just feeder ring. Got a jar feeder in it, so that's why I had to add the extra box. We're gonna, here we go. Take this off. I don't even know if y'all can see that. Let me take it off and we'll go from there. How about that? There we go. Beautiful Sunday day. The beetle that I can't catch. There we go. I got him that time. This is their feeder. Okay. Y'all see now. Y'all see what we're doing. Okay, that's just the top that holds this jar up. We got this taken off. This is their feeder thing. Today's a beautiful day, but this is my forgetting day. There we go. That's their feeder thing. These are their little things that goes underneath the jar. Take this off. There we go. See what we got here in our bug catcher. Last time we were in here was on been a month. Don't seem like it's been that long. Maybe I just forgot to date it. There we go. Got a lot of beetles in there. So let's let me get my smoker. I'm gonna be saying some things today maybe that y'all, I've said before a bunch of times, but there could be some new people here that I hope they're subscribing. But there's a lot of bees on both sides of this track right here. So we want the bees to go down, not be clustered up, because as they're clustered up, you could roll somebody. And if there's a queen on there, you could roll and kill the queen. Give them a little bit of time to get off of there. Push it that way and push it this way. This one here has some nectar and bees. This one here has some nectar and some pollen. No bugs. You gotta move my. There we go. Looking good. We try to make it a little bit short too. And after you spray on that one side, you have to really do the other side. You know, with the smoke. This one here has brood. A lot of brood. Has honey, nectar. You put my glasses on. He has some brood and some larvae. Egg. Got one bug. I'll show you to you in just a minute. Hold on. First things first. Okay. Didn't see no queen. Hold your frame over the beehive if you can, because if there's babies on there or the queen, they fall off, they could get lost. That's them, both sides. Got bright sun shining on my viewfinder. Got my umbrella up. This one here has brood, honey, larvae, and pollen. Queen might be unmarked. See what we got else here. Bringing in pollen. Doing real good. They're going to grow up and be healthy this winter. We're blessed and highly favored, so they're going to come through winter and the spring. Usually I go into winter with about 35 hives around. And I usually come out with winter. There's red queen, right there. Whoops, right here. That was loaded up, queen still on it, she didn't fall off. And the same thing on that side. So she's doing her job real good. And these are South Carolina happy bees, and happy bees are friendlier bees. Y'all can see these, and every once in a while they get me moving pretty fast. Faster. We've seen one bug so far. Haven't seen any indication of mites. This one here is just laid up. Both sides. We may have to do something. Both sides. We're going to take this box off. I set it over here. Push them all back together. That's their fruit ring. Now if it was springtime, I'd be making a lot of splits with this hive because it's a good queen. She's this year's queen, but she knows what she's doing. Yeah, I got a smoker. They got a hole right down here too. And it's got a little weight to it. Okay, y'all can see that one. I'm not going to move the video. Okay, let's get rid of these things. And yeah, I staple mine down because they're flat that way. You just lay them in there. By the time you get back, they're going to be rolled up on the edges. Little girl bringing in pollen. They'll roll up on the edges or something. And they don't do any good when they're rolled up. Just watch the bees. We'll be done in a second. Or 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a couple of new queens we're going to look at today. Hopefully. Okay, this one got a lot of stuff in it. Beetles, just bee trash. Right there. Now we're going to have to set this somewhere. Getting the girls off. Could be nurse bees and too far for them to walk. And I'll put that one back in. There we go. This one. A lot of times when the bees will get, the beetles will get underneath this area right here, and that's why I staple them down. You don't have to staple them down. You'll still catch beetles. And that one got a whole bunch of beetles in it. We may just wash that one out and put it back in there. All bees count. Or mine does anyway. We're going to empty both of these and put new ones in it. Okay. Now the kind of oil we use, well, we'll show you that when we get to it. This bottom one here, there is nothing on that frame except some bees walking around taking care of it. Come on, girl. Come on. That's that one. Nothing on it hardly. Lean it up here on the side. I've got some swiffer sheets. I don't have any. I'm running out of swiffer sheets, so I'm gonna go get some more. But I was told that the bees will get in there and eat the swiffer sheets, and it gets mixed up with the honey. Some people will say, well, my queen, it catches bees too. Not as much, but a little bit. You'll see how in a little while. But we're gonna go all the way through this one. If y'all don't like it all the way through, just stop it. Do what you got to do. That's what I do to long ones. Do what you got to do. You come back to it and you're in the same spot. Now what I might do is just flip. There's another beetle. My thumbs the way they are, I can't catch bees. It's easy. So I use my hive tool. And it does pretty good. We might put the bottom box on the top box on the bottom. That's them, there's nothing on it. See one more beetle. And that's not bad, y'all. Okay. Don't go. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do is put this box on the bottom, put the brood on the bottom, and put the empty on the top so they can put some honey up there. Little bees jumping around on my feet now. This one here, they got to build out a little. No bugs yet. Very few bugs, y'all. Okay, see this was on, when you got a side here, most of you probably know this, but I'm going to have to tell you anyway. If you got a side here and you got a bee frame here, and you'll have a bunch of bees here and a bunch of bees here. So that's why I smoke them. Now once you get that first one out, you don't have any problem with it because there's no bees over here that you're going to squish, and you can just move this and it all works out. This one here, they're bringing in pollen. This is a drone frame, or what I call a honey frame, because it's got the bigger sails in it. Another beetle. Another beetle. They're telling me there's a bunch of beetles up here, but I don't see any. Okay. That goes on the outside so they can put honey in it, or drone cells, because it's real big. See the big cells? Yeah. Well, those are drone cells. What we're going to do now is take these, set them on top of here. Put all the frames back in. We have a few more months, well, maybe 2 months of fairly decent weather. And when it starts to turn cold, say in the 50s, and it stays there, all the bees will be in the top. This is my thinking. All the bees will be in the top. Because you could have your whole, especially people in the cold weather, you can have a whole bunch of honey frames in the top and expect the bees to get there. But the bees, if it's cold, like we get down to 19, 17 for a couple of days here. And the bees can starve to death, I think, during that time. Now they're not hibernating, but they're doing something else. I can't remember the name of it. Because they can't get their food. The way I feed them is I put piece of wire up here, put some paper towels on top of it, spray it down with moisture, put me some dry sugar up there, which I'm going to change this year. Put some dry sugar up there, and the bees can rotate. They'll rotate in their cluster, and they can eat regardless of how cold it is. And that keeps them happy, healthy. Queen doesn't lay as many eggs in cold weather, but she does lay some. I'm going to move the camera so y'all can see what's on the bottom here with the swiffer sheet. Kind of in shade, eh? Well, maybe y'all can just get it down a little bit so you can see that. That's swiffer sheet. And I'm getting a couple other things over here. Okay. We're going to do a few things different this time. People have been asking me questions. Does that swiffer sheet catch mites? Well, I don't know. I don't know a little bit. Down here we have the swiffer sheet and the beetles. You need to change that swiffer sheet once in a while because it'll get filled up. And the beetles will be under it. So you go around these edges, you see where the bees are. That's where your beetles are at, or some of them. You see that I can hear them crunch. I'm trying to take off flying. Beetles will fly. Mites won't fly. Mites are little ticks that just gets on the bees as they're on their plants and stuff. See, swiffer sheet. Y'all hold on a second, it'll speed it up while I catch these little boogers. Okay, we got some new stuff we're using now. They're called epitabs. I think that's the way to pronounce it. That helps out with the beetles and the mites, but I can't say that because they're not a pesticide. It's all natural thing, made in America, they say. Not that that's set up there. A lot of beetles. Okay, we're going to start peeling this back. And we'll show you the tab when we get there. But that helps out with the beetles are hiding under here. You need to go in the hive a lot quicker than I had these anyway, but I had some dental work done. That put me out for a while. My foot was hurting. That put me out for a while. But everything is working fine now. I have a problem with, well, no problem. Just the way it is with my teeth. I might cut this out. Maybe not, or probably won't. Like I say, y'all can speed up so you see me not doing this anymore, and life will be good. Okay. We're going to start rolling these back now. The beetles will start coming out. There's a little worm right there. So see, the beetles will get in this and lay eggs. That's why you got to check them. Now when I pull this swiffer sheet out, what I'll do is take my torch burn it out, killing all the bugs and worms, everything else that's in it. And I think I'll look for mites on this now before. Another worm. Before I burn it. Another couple of worms. So we know there's worms in this swiffer sheet that they didn't put in the cone. Now if there's mites in there, I have no idea. But it's got a lot of beetles. Live one over here. I personally like the swiffer sheet, but we're going to try this other thing too. Okay, we will burn that up now. We'll put it somewhere where it won't catch on fire or catch anything else on fire, and put the torch to it. What I like to do at this time is flip it over and burn this bottom out, get the bees off of it. That way if there's any eggs down here, they will be gone. But if you have bees on here, the bees will catch those worms now and take them off. They'll take a beetle off too, but there's not a whole lot they can do with the beetle. So you just have to keep checking it, making sure that it's all okay. There wasn't really that many beetles in here. Little beetle right there, the itty bitty thing. One right here. Okay, now get our swiffer sheet here. Cool. Put our swiffer sheet here. Leave a little bit around the edges so the beetles can go in. And find your staple gun. staple it down so the bees can't. They'll put it in a ball. Try to get it out the front door. Okay, now I'll tell you about this when we get back, or later when we get to it. Come on, girls. We'll level this back up a little bit. We'll level it up. It's level here. But anyway, got that on there. Now what we're going to do is take this box that was on the bottom, and put it over here that you can't see. There we go. Take this box, it had the brood of the eggs and the queen in it. And we killed a few bees, yeah. Then we're going to take this one, stick it on the bottom. And don't worry, you can't save all the bees, people. You can be careful and do what you can do, but you can't save them all. Now, what we're going to do here is get us a couple of beetle things over here. These have been washed out already. These are some I took off another hive. We're going to take them, clean them up the best we can. They've been washed out. You can take your hose, you got these little holes in here, take your hose and put it up at the top and blow it, and most of that stuff will come out. And we're going to put it right here. Come on, girls. And you can use your smoker again. Get the bees out of the way. You don't want to hurt nobody. My bees are like little people to me, kids. Okay. You put that there. People says they have problems putting the stuff in it. I use